Good day. So today we are going to do the creditors reconciliation. So ABC traders buy trading stock on credit from XY suppliers. The information provided below is for March 2021. The owner of ABC traders does not see the necessity of preparing a monthly creditors reconciliation statement. So they are saying here, what would you say to the owner? State 2 points. So they are saying that this owner of this business does not see the need for the creditors reconciliation statement. So they are saying that what would you say to this owner? So what you could say to this owner is that the first thing is that the reason for preparing the creditors reconciliation statement, it is because the business wants to check if there were any errors that were made. That is the first point that you could say. The next one, it is because you want to compare the creditor's ledger and the creditor's statement. But there are many other things you can say that you want to check if maybe the owner recorded something that you did not record, something like that. So, but actually we're here. I want us to do the creditor's ledger account of ABC traders and the statement. So we are told to reconcile these two. So here's an answer sheet. Creditor's ledger of ABC traders. So according to information provided, so the balance due to XY suppliers on 31 March 2021, as per creditor's ledger account in the books of ABC traders, it is 8,150. So the creditor's ledger amount, it is 8,000. It is 8,150. Remember, these two, they must be equal. So if they're not equal, it means that there was an error that was made. 16,535. So remember, these two, they must be the same. Because if you go to a supplier, you buy something on credit, so the supplier is going to record that you bought something. Then also in your books, you are going to record. But then sometimes what happens is that the supplier might charge you for something that you did not order. Maybe the names of the businesses, they are the same. That could be one of those reasons. Okay, let's reconcile. So the following errors and omissions were noted when comparing the creditor's ledger with the statement received from XY suppliers. The first one, ABC traders have entered a debit note. A debit note, it means that we returned the goods. So ABC traders, it means that the ABC traders returned the goods to the suppliers because they are saying it's a debit note for 500 Rand in the credit column in the creditor's ledger. So what you need to remember is that us as a business, they say, so we're us as a business, we are ABC traders. So we are treating this as a credit because we are buying the goods on credit So what is happening here is that we recorded a debit note on the credit side. And you need to remember that the creditors control the increase on the credit side. So actually here, we were supposed to decrease the amount that we are owing to the XY suppliers. but we entered this on the credit column, meaning that we increased the amount while we're supposed to decrease it. So meaning that now, so the error here is made in the creditors ledger. So meaning that now we need to first subtract the 500 rand and then subtract the other one again. Okay, why are we doing this? The first one, remember, because we were returning the goods, the debit note, it means that we are returning the goods. So because we were returning the goods to the creditors, but instead of entering this in the debit side to show that we are decreasing the amount, we entered this in the credit side. So meaning that we increase it. So what we are doing now is that we are first subtracting the 500 rand, the one that we added, and then we are subtracting the 500 rand, the one which we're supposed to subtract. Okay. The next one. ABC traders forgot to deduct the trade discount of 250 they were given on invoice 694. So we were given a discount, trade discount. So we forgot to deduct this trade discount. So let's go and deduct it. So it is 250. And see that Lana, they say that it's us as ABC traders who forgot to deduct this. So we have to go and deduct this. It's not the suppliers who forgot, it is us who forgot. Invoice 795 for 2,000 rand was for goods that XY suppliers sold to BCD traders. You see? So meaning that here XY suppliers, they made an error. These goods, they were sold to BC traders, not us. So meaning that they recorded this invoice in us. So we have to go and subtract it. This error was made by XY suppliers because they were selling these goods to BC traders. And our name, it is ABC. So they made an error. So we need to go and subtract the 2,000 rand. And let's see, here they made an error because this invoice, it was not ours. So meaning that they added this 2,000 rand because they were thinking that they are selling these goods to us while they were making an error. So we need to subtract this 2,000 rand. And then in terms of contract, XY suppliers charge all their debtors a delivery fee of 500 rand per delivery made during the month. 4 separate deliveries were made to ABC traders in the last month. So calculator. Calculate. So 500 rand times 4, 2,000 rand. So meaning that here we are owing XY suppliers an amount of 2,000 rand. They charge us a delivery fee of 2,000 rand. So we need to go and add it to our creditors ledger account to show that they made a delivery. So what happened here actually is that so they sent the goods to us. So and then in their books they recorded that they made 4 deliveries. They made 4 deliveries. So they charged us in their statement. But then now we have seen that in the statement that they have charged us. So now we need to show that in our creditors ledger that there is a money that is being added for the delivery vehicles that we are owing. And then invoice number 898 for 6,500 was correct according to the statement received from XY suppliers, meaning that the error was made by us here. Okay, ABC Traders has recorded this incorrectly as 5,600. So we recorded less. We recorded less. The difference is 900. So an invoice means that we bought the goods on credit from XY suppliers, but then we recorded this amount at a lesser price. Its price it is 6,500. Remember, if we are buying the goods on credit, so it means that they have to the creditors ledger has to increase. The invoice, it means we bought the goods on credit, so the creditors ledger is supposed to increase because we recorded the goods at a lesser price. They were supposed to be 6,500. And then ABC Traders qualified for an early settlement discount of 800 for their payment on 24 March 2021. XY suppliers only granted 300 Rand as a discount. They promised to correct this on their statement in April 2021. Who made an error? XY suppliers in their statement. Let's go and correct this. So what is the difference? So 800 minus 300, that is a 500. So they only granted us a discount of 300 Rand. So the remaining one in the statement it is 500 Rand. Remember, the discount is supposed to decrease the statement because it means that the money that you are owing them is decreasing. Because obviously, if they give us a discount, we're not going to pay we're not going to pay them that money. So, but they only deducted 300 Rand instead of 800. So the difference it is 500 Rand. Invoice no 972 for 3,400 did not appear on the statement received from XY suppliers, as this transaction took place after their statement was received. Invoice, meaning that we bought the goods on credit. So meaning that the statement is supposed to increase here, and this money did not appear in the statement. So let's go and make it appear. A payment of 4,500 by ABC Traders to XY suppliers was incorrectly recorded in the statement from XY suppliers as 450. Okay, 4,500 minus 450. The difference it is 4,050. So we were making a payment to XY suppliers, but then they recorded only 450. The amount that was paid, it was 4,500, meaning that they subtracted a less amount. They were supposed to subtract a full amount of 4,500. Actually, the statement was supposed to decrease by 4,500 to show that ABC Traders has paid, but it decreased by 450. So we still need to decrease it by the remaining amount of 4,050. The statement reflects interest of 785 charged for an overdue account. XY Z suppliers acknowledged that an error had been made and promised to reverse the entry on the April 2021. So they charged us the interest on the statement. There is an interest they charged us. So meaning that the money that we are owing them, it increased. So, but then they acknowledged that this was an error, right? So if they increase the amount that we are owing them because this was an error, we need to go and subtract this because they told us that this was an error. We are just subtracting the interest that was added. An invoice for 1,250 received from XY suppliers for goods purchased was incorrectly recorded as a return by ABC traders. Okay, so meaning that we bought the goods from XY suppliers, but then we recorded them as a return, meaning that we decreased our creditors ledger because we recorded this as a return. So we need to go and add this. So it's a plus 1,250 plus 1,250. So the first one, we are adding the one that you subtracted for the return, and then the next one, we are adding the one that we are supposed to add. So now let's check if it balances because this thing is supposed to balance. If it's not balancing, it means that you did something wrong. So the answer is 12,200. Let's check this one. So we are done then. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe.